What's going on, everybody? My name is LuckyBunz, and in today's video we're going to be breaking down how good Walrein is with the exclusive move Icicle Spear in Pokemon Go. Now, as always, before we go ahead and get started, if you guys do end up enjoying this video, please make sure to smash that like button down below. It would help me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So before we dive into the analysis for Walrein in this video, let's go over the details for Spheal Community Day. First of all, the time frame is going to be from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. your local time on Sunday, January 16th. And the bonus is going to be 3x catch experience. So we're going to have Bulbasaur as well with 3x catch experience. It's going to be a very experience-filled week. So with that in mind, I definitely recommend going for excellent throws on Spheal. It's actually pretty easy to land them too. It's not one of those really difficult targets. So the reason I recommend this is because for one excellent throw, it is going to give you 1000 experience without any bonuses whatsoever or lucky eggs. With a lucky egg, that's going to be 2000 experience. And with this 3x catch experience bonus and a lucky egg on, you're going to get 6000 experience per excellent throw. That is going to be phenomenal experience if you actually get those excellent throws down. So I'm going to link a video in the top right corner. I definitely recommend watching that and try to improve before this upcoming weekend. The next bonus that we're going to continue to have is going to be 3-hour lure modules as well as 3-hour incense. As always, I definitely recommend dropping 2 incense for this event if you plan to play the entire day. If you only want to play for the 3 hours, that's probably okay as well. You should be able to get most of what you want within those 3 hours. Now, when it comes down to the special Calm Day bundle, I really wouldn't recommend it, and we're going to go over the contents right now. So you're going to get 1 Elite Fast TM, 5 Lucky Eggs, 5 Super Incubators, and 50 Ultra Balls. So generally, I think the Elite Charge TMs are a little bit more useful opposed to the Elite Fast TMs. Not that Elite Fast TMs aren't useful, I just find the other ones to be more useful. Also, the 5 Lucky Eggs, 5 Super Incubators, those are decent rewards. I mean, you can't go wrong with the Lucky Eggs for an XP event, that's for sure. The Super Incubators, I could honestly pass on them. I mean, Incubators are definitely a scam. We've already talked about this plenty of times on the channel. So yeah, in terms of the special Calm Day box bundle, I wouldn't really recommend it, but if you want that Elite Fast TM, that's probably your best value right there. And then finally, we're also going to have the free Ultra Ball box, which is going to contain 30 Ultra Balls, and you guys can claim that in the in-game shop. Now, with the details out of the way, let's go and talk about how Spheal is going to perform when it evolves into Walrein with the exclusive move Icicle Spear. So I just want to say this right now, like, the information just got pushed into the Game Master, and oh my goodness, I did not expect it to be this good. Like, I knew Walrein was going to be good with Icicle Spear, but it is basically a Body Slam clone, so that means it is going to be extremely spammy. And, you know, for those of you that go up against Walrein in the meta, you're probably going to hate it, but for those of you that actually end up using it, you're definitely going to love it. Now, I actually just realized this, but Powder Snow is also going to be an exclusive fast move that Walrein is going to get during this Calm Day as well. So you're going to have a double exclusive Calm Day Pokemon. I mean, it's definitely going to be really good though. The combination of Powder Snow plus Icicle Spear is going to be phenomenal for Walrein. So on top of those two movesets, you're also going to want to have Earthquake as a secondary charge move, and that's going to cost you, I believe, 50,000 Stardust to unlock. So of course, we're going to start off with the Great League here, and in terms of the rankings for Walrein, it is going to rank at number 4 for the Shadow version, and number 5 for the normal version. And the ideal IV spread that you're going to want to have is going to be 0, 12, 15. So this ranks it so high in the meta. And of course, this is like before people actually run it, so this ranking will definitely change in the future, especially as new Pokemon get added in, but my goodness, like, the rankings just initially before this Calm Day even starts, like, dude, rank 4/5, like, that is so freaking crazy. So if we take a look at the key wins for Walrein, we're going to see that it dominates against Altaria. It's also going to do super good against Nidoqueen in a Shadow form, Azumarill, Galarian Stunfisk, and Sableye. Now when it comes down to its key losses, we're going to see that it does lose against Scrafty, Skarmory, Jellicent, Medicham, and Umbreon. And I'm not sure if that means Umbreon with Psychic or if it means Umbreon with Last Resort. We're just going to assume both are probably going to be pretty deadly against this Pokemon. So moving past Great League now, let's talk about this Pokemon in the Open Ultra League. And you guys thought, oh man, like, Great League was super good, right? Well, guess what? The rankings are basically the exact same in the Open Ultra League. Of course, though, the matchups are going to be a little bit different. And in terms of the IV spread that you're going to want for the Ultra League, you're going to want 0, 15, 15, ideally for the rank 1. So yeah, again, rank 4 in its Shadow form, rank 5 in its normal form. Let's take a look at the matchups right now. So in terms of its key wins in the Open Ultra League, we're going to see that it definitely dominates against Giratina in its Altered form, Galarian Stunfisk, which is going to be a level 50 Pokemon, Swampert, Registeel, and Shadow Swampert. And then in terms of its key losses, rightfully so, it's going to lose against Talonflame, Scrafty, level 50, Cresselia, Obstagoon, and Umbreon level 50. Now, of course, that is going to be the Open Ultra League, though. What about the Ultra League Premier Cup Classic, which is definitely coming up soon? So I'm super excited to say that Walrein in its shadow form is actually going to be the #1 Pokemon in this league, as of right now anyways. And then in terms of the regular form, it's going to be rank 3. So the fact that this Pokemon has maintained such a high relevance in the meta consistently from Great League, Open Ultra League, and now Ultra League Premier Cup Classic, dude, this thing is a beast. So when it comes down to its key wins, let's take a look at what we have here. So it is going to win against Trevenant really well. That's actually a really big deal because Trevenant was one of the Pokemon that recently got released into the game, and that was also a meta breaker at the time. So having Walrein come in to kind of, hold down Trevenant a little bit more, that's definitely a good thing for balancing. We can also see that it's also going to take a strong win against Empoleon, another really solid Pokemon you do see pretty often in the Ultra League Premier Cup Classic. Venusaur as well, it's going to take the win on that, Dragonite, and then Alolan Muck. Now in terms of its key losses, it is going to lose against Escavalier, Obstagoon, Charizard, Shadow Machamp, and Lapras. So 5 Pokemon that are definitely pretty relevant in this meta. Now you probably thought it was done, right? Well actually Walrein is also going to have meta relevance in the Master League, not only just like the Master League Classic form though, the Master League Open, the Master League Classic, and the Master League Premier Cup Classic, although we don't have the rankings for the Master League Premier Cup Classic yet, so I'm not going to go over that one too much, but in terms of the Open Master League at level 50, of course the ideal IV spread is going to be 15, 15, 15, the Hundo spread, but Walrein actually comes in at rank 15 in the Open Master League. For a Pokemon that is not a legendary, that is actually insane. The reason why I really recommend building one for the Open Master League is because this is a Pokemon that, is definitely really accessible right now. And whenever the Open Master League comes into rotation, we normally get like 3 times Stardust on win rewards, which is actually really good. So, in a league where most people don't really want to play, having a Pokemon that's actually going to be somewhat accessible to get right now is going to actually help you fill out one of those 3 slots that you need to actually build a team. Now, of course, if you don't want to build one for the Master League Open, that is totally fine. I get it. It's going to be a lot of Stardust investment anyways. You can still build one with the Hundo spread for the Master League Classic, which is going to be capped at level 40. And you basically have the same key wins and key losses here, so this one is also going to rank a little bit better. Rank 11 in the Master League Classic, man. Dude, this thing is a freaking beast. Like in every single PvP league, we are seeing that it has just a really strong meta relevance. So I'm excited. Like we haven't had a Pokemon this good in a long time. I'd argue since Garchomp, and even then, like Garchomp didn't have relevance in the Great League and the Ultra League either. So Walrein is definitely proving to be a really strong MVP in terms of Comp Day selection Pokemon. So let's take a look at the key wins right now for the Master League real fast before we dive on over to the Raid/Gym meta. So in terms of key wins, we're going to see that Walrein is going to win against Dragonite, Yveltal, Togekiss, Giratina Origin Form, and Gyarados. Yveltal is definitely a Pokemon that I feel like has a strong meta relevance in the Master League right now, so having this Pokemon to actually counter Yveltal, that's really solid. Now in terms of the key losses, we're going to see that Walrein will lose against Mewtwo, I'm assuming with Psy Strike, Kyogre, Metagross with Meteor Mash, Giratina Altered Form, and Dialga. Those are going to be the key wins in terms of the Master League Open though. Let's take a look real quick at the Master League Classic, which is going to be the level 40 cap. So once again, wins against Dragonite, Togekiss, Giratina Origin Form, but it actually also gets wins against Dialga and Kyogre this time, which is kind of cool. It's still going to lose against Mewtwo, it's still going to lose against Metagross, Melmetal, but it's also going to lose against Zarude and Reshiram. So Zarude is actually pretty prevalent in the Master League Classic opposed to the Master League Open because nobody in their right mind would have the candy requirement for Zarude in terms of extra large yet. It's just not possible unless you're getting like a ton of rare candy, and I feel like even the best player in the world who had the most rare candy couldn't actually build an extra large Zarude. I could be wrong about that, but that's like literally like 29,000 rare candy. Nobody is going to have that much. And then unfortunately we don't have the Master League Premier Cup Classic rankings at the moment because PvPoke hasn't updated them, but hopefully soon we will be able to take a look at those as well. And I'm just going to assume, based on everything that we've seen so far, it's going to be pretty good. Now when it comes down to the Raid/Gym meta for Walrein, honestly I'm just going to keep it simple. It's just not good. You have so many better options out there for Ice-type attackers, and even though Walrein is going to get Powder Snow and Icicle Spear, that doesn't really change it so much in terms of its meta relevance. With that being said though, that is basically going to be my coverage in terms of this Pokemon in the meta. I'd really recommend getting some good PvP IV spreads, like anything like 0 attack, 15 HP, 15 defense, going to be solid for the Great League and the Ultra League. Go for the Hundo spread for the Master League, and you should be good to go from there. But of course, that's not going to be it for this video. I do have some tips and tricks I would like to go through in case you guys want them. So if that's something that you're interested in, let's go through them. So the first tip that I have for you guys is going to be a trick, and that is going to be to utilize the fast catch trick with or without the AR method. It's really up to you guys. I do have a video that I'm going to link in the top right corner for that. So I'm assuming most of you already use this, but for newer players, I would highly recommend learning this to increase your catching process like tenfold. It is going to speed up the time you catch Pokemon tremendously. Alright, the next tip that I have for you guys is going to be to get a trade partner if you can, or you can also use an ult if you want to. The reason I recommend this is because it's going to be a great way to get extra large candy as well to get potential lucky Pokemon. And we already talked about Walrein in the Master League. If you end up getting like a really high IV spread like 96, 98, 100% IV, you could potentially use that for the Master League. Ideally, you would want 15 attack on that IV spread though. That way you do actually win the CMP. Or you at least tie for the CMP, I should say. So again, you know, with the Season of Heritage currently ongoing, you are going to get 1 guaranteed extra large candy per trade if you are above level 40. So I definitely do recommend taking advantage of that, especially if you do want to build one for the Master League Open. On top of that, I would also recommend trying to find a lucky friend if you have one available, and a lucky trade is shiny. You know, if you end up getting really good IVs, could use a shiny for the Master League, and that'd just be a super cool flex. And then finally, when it comes into the trades, I do want to also mention to evolve a few extras for the Great League, the Ultra League, and then even some really high CP ones for the Master League. This will definitely be a really good Pokemon that will maintain its trade value, especially for PvP players in the future, so I really do recommend getting extras of this. Of course, we are going to have December Com Day later on this year, so I don't know like how valuable it's going to be, but between now and December, I feel like that's a pretty long window, so yeah, some people are going to want to get their hands on this if they aren't able to play this day. The next tip that I have for you guys is going to be to create a search tag for all the Spheal that you want to evolve during this Com Day. You are going to have 2 hours after the event ends to evolve as well, so you have a total of 8 hours in the entire day from 11 AM to 7 PM your local time to evolve to get Powder Snow and Icicle Spear on Walrein. It's a pretty big window, but believe it or not, people do end up missing out on getting their good IV spreads evolved, so make sure that you guys are marking those as you continue to go through. If you guys want to check out a really good guide in terms of how to check your IV spreads fast for PvP IVs, I'm going to link that in the top right corner. It's basically the method that I use, and I'm able to go through everything really efficiently. If you're just focused on, you know, going for the hundo, you can just type in 4-star and that'll just pull up all of your potential hundos. But once again, this is going to be a very PvP-centric Com Day, so you are going to be looking for those really low attack spreads with really high defense and high HP. So following that, the next tip that I have for you guys is going to be to use a Mega Evolution throughout the day. Those are going to last 8 hours, and you're going to get +1 bonus candy on catching Pokemon. So specifically, the typing on Spheal is going to be a water type as well as a ice type, which gives you options. In terms of the water type Mega Evolutions that are currently available, you have Mega Blastoise, Slowbro, and Gyarados. And then for the ice types, you have Mega Abomasnow. So you have 4 different Mega Evolutions you can go through. It really doesn't matter which one you end up picking, whether that be a water type or an ice type. You're going to get the bonus candy regardless, so just recommend doing that. And again, it's just going to make your life a little bit easier. Now, when it comes down to storage space, I would recommend having at least a minimum of 100 open slots and ideally 250 plus. If you are struggling with storage space management, I highly recommend watching this video. This goes through the method that I personally use to manage my Pokemon storage, and I've got a lot of really positive feedback from this method, so again, if you really want to be efficient about it, watch that video. So with storage space out of the way, let's talk about bag space next. So I recommend anywhere from about 200 Pokeballs, Great Balls, and Ultra Balls at the very minimum, to about 500 plus ideally. You definitely want to be prepared for this Com Day, but even if you have like the minimum amount of storage, which would be like 350, I believe, you can definitely make it work with 200 Pokeballs, Great Balls, and Ultra Balls. Just make sure that you're kind of around an area that does have Pokestops so you can restock throughout the day. Additionally, on top of that, I would also recommend having about at least 50 Pineapple Berries available. You could have like 25 if you want to, that's also okay. But just a really easy way to get double candy, especially if you want to evolve extras for trades in the future. The next tip that I have for you guys is going to be if you are playing at home, I highly recommend dropping an incense, the 2 incense for the max. That is going to be the best way to take advantage of playing from home. I would also recommend getting your snapshot Spheal. You're going to get 5 free Spheal from doing that. Every single catch matters because, you know, at the end of the day, you can't go out, you can't catch in cluster spawns, so you just got to make the best of your opportunity. If you're playing from home, once again, 2 incense, auto capture, a bunch of red Pokeballs, and you should be good to go. Now, if you are able to go out, I would also recommend working on your Picnicker medal if you can. This is going to be a really, really good Com Day, so I do expect a lot of people to go out and play. Go to a popular grind spot and drop lure modules right when the event starts. And this is going to be a great way to actually work on this medal. The Picnicker medal works in a way where you have to just help people catch Pokemon through lure modules, so the more people that are out playing, the more you're going to be able to work on this medal, and Calm Day is the best time to do it. And then finally, the last tip that I have for you guys is going to be to also coordinate friendship level ups, specifically like Ultra Friends and Best Friends. Ultra Friends would give you 50,000 experience normally without a Lucky Egg, and then Best Friends would give you 100,000 with a Lucky Egg. That's 100,000 and 200,000 respectively. This day is going to be XP focused. Like I said earlier, Excellent Throws are going to be your best friend. You combine Excellent Throws with friendship level ups, that is going to be the best use of a Lucky Egg I can think of. So yeah, again, definitely recommend practicing those Excellent Throws. The video link is going to be in the description below, but that is basically everything that I have for you guys in this one. It's going to be a Calm Day you do not want to miss, if at all possible, so definitely try to mark it in your schedule and take some time off if you can from work, or just even if you have to play at home or you have to play at work, turn on that auto catcher, make sure that you have enough red balls stacked, and you should be good to go. But with that being said, guys, that's basically everything I got for you. If you want some more tips and tricks, you can check out these videos right here. But before you go, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you all real soon in the next one.